afternoon once again, everyone, and I would like to thank you for taking the time to join us today for our live webinar. This time in joint collaboration with our partner, Assure. Assure are leading providers of out-of-the-box products and solutions for most ALM customers. The focus of our webinar this afternoon is on HP QualityCenter, in particular using Assure's TotalViewDashboard. We will be discussing some of the key features of this innovative solution, such as intelligence reporting, cross-project analysis, and more. I am proud today to be joined by two of my colleagues. Olli Laihu is our Senior Solutions Architect from Assure, and Peter Shave, our Global Alliance Director from Test House. Our agenda this afternoon is quite brief. Test House and Assure introduction is one done by my colleague Peter, and the rest of today's presentation will be done by my colleague Olli, and there will be a Q&A at the end of this presentation. Before I pass you to my colleague Peter, I would be grateful if you can hold off again your questions at the end of the presentation. Also, you have a full screen option at the top of your screen. If you need to use this, please do. It may be as useful when Olli does his demo presentation. Without further delay, I now pass you over to my colleague Peter Shave.
Thank you very much, Mel, and welcome everybody to this, the latest in our series of Test House webinars. For those of you who aren't familiar with Test House, just a couple of minutes on the background to us. The company was formed in 2000 with a focus on IT risk mitigation. So as an organization, we do not write software and we do not get involved in any other kind of consultancy. Everything we do is around performance, functionality, and security testing. Our headquarters are in London, in the middle of the Olympic building site at the moment, which is rapidly becoming completed. But we also have additional full service centers in Madrid, Dubai, and Trivandrum. We have overseas sales operations also in the US and the Middle East. Our partnership with HP is important because both Assure and ourselves are gold partners. We initially partnered with Mercury back in, several years ago now, HP software since 2006. We became a gold partner in 2009, and initially our strapline was the independent experts in software testing. But when we did some analysis, we realized that perhaps over 90% of the engagements we had where tools were involved were with HP. So therefore we weren't quite as independent as we thought we were. So now our new strapline is IT risk reduction through best practice. And we're pleased to say that HP have continued the Mercury philosophy of continuing to invest in the tool set, ensuring that they should stay as the market leader. Our partnership with Assure came about because we understood that Assure had developed some very interesting QualityCenter add-ons. And we believe that part of our role is educating both our existing customers and potential prospects exactly what is available to assist them in their daily QA function. So from our point of view, the bulk of the presentation today will be handled by Assure. And I'm very happy to hand over to my colleague Olli, who will give you an overview of Assure and a demonstration of the product. Olli, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Hello, everyone. My name is Olli Laiho. I come from Assure. I work as a senior consultant there. And a quick word about Assure. So we specialize in HP ALM and QualityCenter. That's pretty much all we do. So we're a company that was formed by ex-Mercury, ex-IBM employees in 2006. What we do is add-on products for HP ALM and QualityCenter. So we're quite unique in that we do real products for HP ALM and HP QualityCenter customers. We also do offer advanced professional services such as standardization, LDAP migration, upgrades, and so on. And we're located in the U.S., in Israel, and in Finland, where I am from. And we're now partnering with Test House to bring our unique offering to the UK market. So Test House helps us deliver the solutions in the local UK market. So we're really happy to start working with Test House in the UK area. So today I'll be showcasing a few of our solutions. So as I said, our products are real solutions, field tested by our customers. So our products have been used in numbers of engagements, thousands of projects in QualityCenter, and they are HP certified. So we are in the HP EMAP catalog, Enterprise Management Alliance program, which means that we've passed a series of strict HP tests, and we are proud to announce that our products are HP certified. Our products, we always have a focus on the ease of use and ease of deployment. So we make sure that the products are real software solutions that can be easily taken into use as a part of your existing testing process. And we also do make sure, because when you take our products and you pay for maintenance, you get support for new QC/ALM versions and patches. So we do test our products against every public patch, every major new version of QC and ALM, and making sure that those work without interruption. On the bold text there, you can see our product portfolio. So you can also find that on our website at assure.net. We'll be focusing on the two top solutions. So two solutions at the top. So TotalView and the Standardization Suite. So I'll be showing you demos of TotalView as well as the standardization. So I'll be talking first about TotalView, which is a reporting solution, and then about standardization, how to do it, what are the benefits, and what are the available tools for that. We also offer a few other solutions, such as TrashBin. It's TrashBin for QualityCenter, very popular, used by many of our clients, and easy to take into use and pretty much pays back very fast. You can imagine when you delete something from QualityCenter, if you lose it permanently, you have to go to backups. With the TrashBin, you can still restore it, and no problem. We also offer a management console for streamlined administration of HP QualityCenter users and projects, as well as administrative metrics to get a better picture of your QC environment. All right, so you can find the complete product portfolio at our website at assure.net. So I'll be taking now about 45 minutes of your time. So I'll be ending the demo part at 12:45 UK time, and then we'll have a slot for questions. You do have the opportunity to ask your questions during the presentation, so use the Q&A box for that. Send us your questions, and we'll be sure to address them at the end. Very good. So let's start with Assure TotalView, our intelligent reporting solution for HP ALM and QualityCenter. So why have we created a solution for reporting on HP ALM and QualityCenter? You know, HP ALM, HP QualityCenter offers a lot of opportunities for reporting. Project reports, document generation, Excel reports. But what we found our customers looking for is a more kind of bigger picture view, a more deeper view into the data. Not just looking at islands of information like single defects or test results, but having a kind of holistic view into what's really going on in the QualityCenter project. Being able to go back in time to look at previous results, to make forecasts for future projects, to look at vendor and quality and performance. So this is why we have implemented a Assure TotalView. So what the solution is, it's a revolutionary data mart solution, purpose-built for HP ALM and QualityCenter. So what a data mart means is that what we do is we take the data out of QualityCenter, out of ALM, and we place it into a specific database, made for reporting purposes, optimized for reporting, that can be used with any visualization tool that the organization uses. The TotalView really allows you to have full visibility into your R&D activities. So you can see your requirements analysis, compare that against your test results, look at your defects, all from bottom up, drill down all the way to the detail level that you want. You can do this all of this cross-project to take a look at all of your enterprise releases across your QualityCenter installation, or just within individual projects or even individual applications. So our solution provides cross-project analysis, complete visibility, decision-making power, and one version of the truth. So These are results that have been taken straight from QualityCenter. There's no manual effort involved in creating reports. This is something that we see organizations struggling with. Test managers are spending valuable amounts of time every week to pull out certain reports from HP QualityCenter and spending many hours a week just doing that. With a solution for reporting, the reports are automatically generated. You can save a lot of time and save a lot of manual effort and avoid mistakes. So what our solution enables you to do is, first of all, to track the progress of your releases across your projects. So if you have a lot of projects that interact with each other, like they are all linked to the same initiative, like a big SAP release, for example, you can use TotalView to get information out of all your related projects into one. Or you can compare the performance and quality of different projects, different applications in your organization by pulling their information into the same dashboard. So it really gives you an overall look of everything that's happening. And what's really revolutionary is the ability to make forecasts and trend analysis. As what we do is we take all the information from QualityCenter a couple of times a day. So we take everything that's changed and we store it into a database. That means that we've got all your history, we've got all those things that you've done, your organization has done, and we can then do forecasting and trend analysis based on your previous track record. So you can see, for example, that you have 2 major releases coming this year. How many requirements are we able to implement in these releases? You can base that on stats from your previous releases. So everything is captured into our reporting database. You can do that based on facts. You can evaluate project and vendor quality and performance. So you can really see on a detailed level how well your vendors are performing, what is the average closing time of a defect, how many defects are leaking to future releases, and so on and so on. You can use this to compare vendors, to compare different projects, and just get a better overall view on what are the problematic areas in your organization that you need to focus on. And we offer the ability to do role-based dashboards and scorecards. So you can have one dashboard for your top management, one for your quality management, and one for project staff or just managers within individual projects. You can configure this to any way you like. So TotalView is a reporting solution purposely built for HPALM and QualityCenter. So what I'm now going to showcase is one of our dashboards that we do provide with our solution. As our solution comes with a library of dashboards. So I'm going to just show you a real demo of one of the dashboards that we do provide as a part of the TotalView solution. So Ruth, if you could give me the sharing rights now, I can start sharing my screen. So just a second. I'll be sharing my desktop now. So share. All right. So here is Azure TotalView. So as you can see, we have a standard dashboard here that we implement as a part of the product. What we're using here to visualize or to show the data is something called ClickView. However, if you use something like Business Objects or Cognos or SharePoint reporting services, you can use that if you like. We don't force you to use ClickView or any other solution. You can leverage your existing BI tools that you have in your organizations, and those are quite often already available. We use ClickView. It's quite nice and agile and fast and easy to use. So that's what we've chosen to optionally bundle with the product. So what I'm showing in this demo is data that has been gathered from a customer's environment from 7 different HP QualityCenter projects. So this information is coming from a combination of 7 projects that are doing similar things. They're working with the same major enterprise releases, but have different applications and sub-applications and projects in different HP QualityCenter projects. But In this case, it was extremely important for management to be able to track the entire enterprise release from one place, although the information is stored in multiple projects. Due to visibility rights, due to performance improvements, the data is in many projects. But as you will see in the demo, the information is completely seamless. There is no real separation between projects and QualityCenter projects for project selection. Everything is coming in a streamlined way into our dashboard. On the left side here, you can see enterprise release, clarity, project ID, application. These are user-defined fields that the customer has implemented into their QualityCenter project. So they're using these to slice and dice the data into different categories. For example, test phase, which implies the actual phase in which the tests have been executed, and then stuff like sub-application and application. So having a kind of a structure of what the customer is developing. So let me just start the demo here. You see that in the top here we have a few fields for major releases. As you click one of these fields, you can see that the information in the dashboard is immediately updated. So what we're doing here is we've taken the data out of those 7 projects. We're immediately filtering out to a set of information that we see we want to take a look at. So we're now looking at this enterprise release, and the first dashboard that you're seeing here is a kind of overview. So it shows us an overview of the quality in that enterprise release. We have a few things here on top which are very interesting that are related to defects. So this is something that management has been asking us for. So first of all, the defects density. So it's pretty much a standardized number that implies how many defects does this enterprise release have, and that's normalized by the amount of the size of the application. So this is a comparable number that you can take and look at the defect density in different projects or different releases on your server. So in this project, the defect density is fairly high, so we could then probably compare that to another release that happened at the same time and see which one was better. Another very interesting figure that we capture is the deferred and retargeted defects. So this is an indicator that shows you how many of your defects have been postponed to a later release. So this means that these are defects that have been approved as defects, so they have been recognized as defects, but they are defects that have been pushed to future releases, meaning that they are existing in one or more releases. So that means you're building quality debt. You're not able to fix those defects. You're pushing them forward to be fixed at a later time. And all of this is causing a lot of quality debt, a lot of poor quality software to be released to your end customers. So this is an indication of how many defects have been deferred and retargeted for this particular enterprise release. And if you want to take a look at another release or another area, just click on any of these and you'll immediately be filtered forward. Here's the list of outstanding defects in this area. So we still have 1,000 defects, so that's fairly high. The project is still in the middle of development, so I guess that's okay. We're now filtering this to a sub-part of that information. So we're now looking at an individual project within that enterprise release. So we're looking at this project, which is developing the Contacts app, and we're now seeing the figures from that particular project in this case. And in TotalView, what you can do is you can drill down to any level. You can see the individual defects. You can see the individual testers. And all this can be done cross-project. So this is the first dashboard and that we show. So here we have the outstanding defect statuses in this area at the moment. And drilled down here is who's the QA lead for that section and so on. So the next section in our dashboard is the actual test execution. So what we have here is the test information from all your enterprise releases. Again, we can filter that by enterprise release. We can take a look at that by application or sub-application. So really seeing which area of our application is the most problematic. Here we have an application and all of its sub-applications listed. So we can instantly drill down. We can see who are the testers who have been working with this, how many tests do we still have to be executed, and we can compare that against the release schedule to see if we're going to make the release in time. Over here at the bottom, we can see individual test sets and their results. So that helps us make decisions about whether we can go live with this particular release. And what we can also take a look at is individual tester performance. We're now here looking at tester user IDs, but we could also be looking at them based on vendors, based on the user group permissions, and whatever metric that you want to use for that. So we can look at vendor performance, tester performance, team performance, from all the way up to all the way down. And this is all seamlessly built from your QualityCenter. So it really gives you a lot of information. Another thing that we have for our next release of TotalView, of our TotalView solution, is the ALI functionality. So ALI, Application Lifecycle Intelligence, is a brand new feature from HP software, which enables you to link your defects from QualityCenter to the actual source code that the developers are working with. So that means that you can actually track between the defects and the actual code changes made by the developers and see, for example, how many code lines were changed based on a particular defect or a particular requirement being implemented. And all of that information is also stored in ALM. So what that gives you the opportunity to do is also to take a look at what the developers are doing. How many requirements are they being able to implement? How many lines of code are they writing per month? And how many bugs are being found in code written by specific developers, for example. So that's great information, and we'll be having that soon in our product as well. So that's ALI. And we can see the maturity of the test set here at a kind of higher level, even drilling down to an individual tester and seeing what's going on there. And what the really cool thing about TotalView is you can also do all this on a timeline. So if you want to go 2 weeks back and see what the test results were on that day, you can just put a time filter here that will show the results as they were 2 weeks ago and compare that with the current status. So you can really see how the project has been developing, recognize any changes that have been causing some real problems in performance, and really being able to drill down to the root cause. Right, and now we're seeing our defects dashboard, which shows us currently the defects in a certain area, and yeah. So, and building new metrics here is fairly simple. We've chosen ClickView as our solution for the visualization. So one part of our product is the actual dashboard itself and visualization tools used for that. For example, what you can do with ClickView, do with our front end or visualization software, you can have these graphs be sent to your manager's email every morning. You can post these on your website or your intranet or your SharePoint, and you can even have notifications in cases certain activities. And all this information can be controlled with the visibility rights in QualityCenter. We do obey all the rules that QualityCenter sets as well. Right. So that's my first demo there. I will now switch back to the slides. So let me just stop sharing and switch back to the slides. So that's the demo of TotalView. So let me go to some of the benefits. Our solution is very rapid to deploy. So if you've heard of anyone who's tried to implement a data warehouse, data mart solution for HPLM, they'll probably tell you they spent about a year or 2 years to get the solution up and running. QualityCenter's database is not optimized for reporting, and there are a lot of issues that you need to solve before you manage to get your data into the dashboard. We've taken all those issues and implemented it as a product. So what we take care of is all the complicated stuff, all those scripts and ETL processes that are necessary to get the data out of QualityCenter and into a reporting database. Our solution can can be deployed with a standard dashboard that relies on HP Quality Center's default fields and way of working. We can get that up and running in a matter of days. So with your data, we can get that up and running in just a few days. With a dashboard that I just showed you that relies on user-defined fields, that'll take something from maybe 1 to 2 weeks to fully implement a fully working solution that gathers information from your project. Our solution uses a dedicated database, so there's no impact on your QC production environment. Whereas if you're running Excel queries into QualityCenter, you're working with the live data and the live production environment, and you may be causing a lot of issues for the production server, a lot of performance hits that can endanger the performance of your production environment. You can use any presentation layer, so that's a great cost saver. You can make use of your existing BI infrastructure. If you have business, if you have BO, business objects, or you have Cognos or SharePoint reporting services, you're free to use those. We bundle ClickView, and a lot of organizations do have that these days as well. But you can use any presentation layer that you already have and leverage your existing infrastructure and staffing. And as a next step, you can imagine that once you have all your QA and R&D data in an optimized reporting database, what you can then do is you can take it to the next level and start combining that data with other data sources like HR and finance and project management to really take a look at what does your project cost, what was the end result or you know, the result of the project being deployed to the customers. What kind of figures we got from there? How many people were working with the project at any given time? So you can really see the complete picture all the way from the customer requirements to the production use and to the implications on the company strategy. And our product is very low maintenance. As I said earlier, we do test with every public patch and every major version of QualityCenter. We provide with TotalView, when you pay for maintenance, whenever there's a change in the QualityCenter or ALM database, we give you the delta of what has changed. So we do really give you the information and the scripts necessary that you can then take and customize your reports. And that will work with the new version. And this is a huge issue. If you have a homegrown solution that you've built, so when you get a new version of ALM, there's a ton of changes into the database, and you have to customize everything, and you have to go through everything you've done. You have to see what's changed, and then do the changes in your homegrown system. But with TotalView, we give you all of that. So that's Sure TotalView, revolutionary data warehouse reporting for HP ALM and QualityCenter. So we support 10, we support 11, we already support 11.5 as well if you're an early bird who's already using that. And contact us to set up a POC. So we'd be happy to make a proof of concept project where we take one or two of your projects, we implement TotalView as a proof of concept, and we allow you to really freely investigate, to take a look at how TotalView works with your data. What's the performance? What kind of results you get? We'd be happy to set up a POC. So contact myself or Peter Shave for that. We'll have our details at the end. Right. That's TotalView. So let me now move on to the standardization suite. So I already talked about reporting and dashboards and analysis and taking a look at what's going on in a QualityCenter project. Now, one of the key things that you're dealing with whenever you're gathering data from different data sources is standardization or normalization of data. So QualityCenter, as you know, is very flexible. It allows you to customize every project separately and to be able to create specific user-defined fields into the database, to have every project can pretty much invent their own way of using QualityCenter. what tends to happen often is users are given TD admin rights, and they start customizing their own project and adding fields and removing fields, and it all just becomes a mess. So slowly, all projects will become different in the database structure and in the way that they are used in the organization. And when you think about reporting and you think about taking a look at comparing projects or combining data from different projects, you can imagine how that is very difficult. So it's a very difficult process to get the information from different projects in QualityCenter where the databases are all different, and then even then you'll be having issues with the actual data itself. So if you think about the data in QualityCenter, for example, you have defects and you have the priorities for your defects. One project might be measuring those from 1 to 5, 1 being the cosmetic and 5 being the most important. Another project might be maybe more agile. They might have just three priorities for the defect, with number 1 being most important. So this is just one tip of the iceberg example of issues with data quality in QualityCenter. If you're not keeping your data quality under control, every project will have different data in different fields, and there's really no way of comparing those projects. So to address this issue and to really unleash ALM's template feature and the cross-project features, and to enable things like reporting and integration, we've implemented something called the Standardization Suite. So we offer tools for you to standardize your HPALM environment. So real products that enable you to make a full, complete standardization of the way you work with QualityCenter in all of your projects. So as I already explained, there are many reasons for standardization. The industry is going more to enterprise releases, so many ALM QC projects are working with the same initiative, so spanning across several projects. In this case, it's extremely important to have comparable data from all of these projects. They have the same field structure, they have the same way of using QualityCenter. Also, regulatory issues are popping up where you have to have same rules across initiatives, same metrics gathered, and the ability to reuse test assets, which is very difficult if you have a non-standard project environment. And also, savings from standardization can be huge. So being able to implement a common ALM process and deploying that across the organization. QualityCenter 10, Premier, and ALM 11 have a great feature called project templates, which enables you to deploy a common testing process across all the projects on your server. However, to be able to use that, you will need to standardize your projects first. And that's exactly what our tools help you out with. And to minimize redundant testing and development activities. Really, we see customers doing up to 40% of redundant test authoring, where they could actually be sharing test assets across projects, not having to rewrite tests for similar features or similar technology. And better visibility is another thing. Management is always asking for better visibility into the QA spend and better reporting mechanisms. So what we do is we offer a complete standardization solution. First, what we offer is data standardization. So the actual being able to standardize the data that is used in QualityCenter. So I already gave you an example of the priorities, severities, feature names, application names. These can all be standardized across projects with our tools. Also, the project structures, the fields, the actual way of using QualityCenter can be standardized with our Harmonization solution. So that's another solution. And combined, these consist of a complete standardization solution. So with these two products that we offer them as products as well as engagement-based. So if you want to just maybe rent them for the duration of a standardization project, if you want to rent them through Test House, or just to buy them as licensed software, they're very flexible with that. So we offer many models for that. So you can take these tools, and eventually what you can get is standardized way of using QualityCenter, the ability to run reports on any project and to have comparable data, the ability to reuse assets across projects, and to be able to implement similar integrations. Now, integrations is an interesting thing. This is popping up more and more in HP customers. The desire to integrate HP ALM and QualityCenter with other tools like ticketing tools or external requirements management tools or even HP PPM. In order to do an integration, you're relying on fields and field data. So in order to efficiently deploy an integration, you should have the same fields, the same values in the project. Otherwise, you're going to have to tailor and customize that integration across projects for every project separately. And that'll be a huge maintenance task for you to do. But let me show you something that we call the assessment tool. So where do you start when you talk about standardization? Well, the good thing is that we have a free tool available for you that you can use to get an instant assessment of how well your current projects are standardized. This is based on best practices as well as Assure's best practices. And it's completely free. You just need to ask me or Peter, and we'll be happy to provide you with the information when you download this tool. So I will just show you a quick demo of this tool. So if you could give me, the sharing rights again, I'll just briefly show a demo of the assessment tool, and you'll just see how it works. It gives you an overall view of. So Ruth, can you give me the sharing rights? Okay, now it's coming. Good. So, if you guys can mute yourself, that would be cool. So let me show you a second demo of our software. So this is the assessment tool. So what we use is how this is used is we offer two assessments. First one is the field harmonization. So you can see that how well your project databases are compatible. So are you able to take reports from multiple projects and compare them against each other? So how well your fields are standardized. And the second assessment is called data standardization assessment, which shows you what is the data quality in your project field values. So are your projects using the same priorities? Have they been successful in using the same application names and so on and so on? And all this tells you how well your organization is working and the level of reporting that you can get from your project. So what we do first is we take a look at the harmonization. So let's first take a source project, so a master project. So here we have a reference project called Online Bank. This is a new project where we've implemented a kind of best practice template that we now want to leverage in other projects in the organization as well. And then what we'll do is we'll compare this reference project against a couple of other projects in different domains. And just to see how well our project compares against our projects compare against our new template. You're immediately given an overall evaluation that shows the quality or the compatibility rating between these projects and the template. You can see that the mobile bank is fairly compatible. You can probably report on some of the things between in this project, but there's still a lot of things that you need to solve. So there's a lot of fields where the database column is the same, but the label is different. So that means that in the same place in the database, there's another field that has a completely different meaning. So that's something that you probably need to solve. The data probably won't be compatible. This just gives you a great overview of how well your fields are currently standardized. And you can see that the customer support project here at the bottom, there we have a lot of things that we need to solve. So we need to take a look at the different fields. We need to see 23% of the fields are out of whack, and we probably need to fix those with the Azure Harmonizer before we can do common reporting or common integration. As with all our tools, every piece of information is exportable to Excel. And then the other assessment that we provide is the Standardization Assessment. So in this example, what you do is you select the project and you see how well your project is working in accordance to your company standards. So, for example, is this project using the standard priorities for defects? Are they using the same application names and organization names and so on? So, and also, is your project using list fields without verified value? And this is quite an interesting figure. This shows you feel that there are 13 fields in this project where the users can actually, instead of choosing something from a drop-down list, they can just manually enter whatever data they want. So you can now see that what are the most problematic areas here. So in the requirement module, the product field, there's a lot of discrepancies here. Most of the things are not matching. Priorities in the requirements, defects, tests, all these are something that are not currently aligned with the company standard. You need to solve them. You can also see that there are, for example, in this field, there are in the priority of a requirement, there are 92 empty values. So there's 92 requirements with no value whatsoever, and that can be a serious problem for you as well. Now, this gives you a great look into how your projects are currently standardized. Now, to solve these issues, well, let me go back to these slides, actually. So this tool is completely free. We'll be happy to provide that. Just drop an email to Peter or myself. So I will go back to these slides now, please. Right. So once you've got an overall view of the standardization in your project, Data Standardizer and Project Harmonizer from Azure can help you standardize your QualityCenter project environment to be able to do proper reporting, to be able to do shared processes across the organization, and we'll be happy to offer that as a product or a service. So that's it for my presentation today, I believe. So now's the time to ask any questions that you have. So what I showed you today is who is Azure? So we're an international company that's now entering the UK market through Test House, introducing our revolutionary add-ons for HP ALM and QualityCenter customers that can get you nice savings, better reporting, saved costs in testing and development, as well as standardization of your QualityCenter project environment. So there's a Q&A box at the bottom, so I would encourage you to use that. So if you have any questions, feel free to chime in with your questions. I have a couple there already, but do ask a couple more if you'd like.
Thank you very much, Ollie, for that wonderful presentation. And thank you as well, Peter, for that introduction of Test House. As Ollie mentioned, please do type in your questions on the Q&A pod, which is at the bottom of your screen. We will take a few questions, maybe 3 or 4, and then if there are any more questions after that, we will take them offline for you to have a one-to-one sort of conversation with either Ollie or Peter. Okay, I have, as Ollie says, a few questions in there. Let me do one for you now. What's the difference between Azure TotalView and the cross-project reporting in ALM 11? That would be yourself, Ollie.
That's a great question. As you're probably aware of, the ALM edition of HP QualityCenter offers the opportunity of creating cross-project reports, as HP says it. The cross-project reporting across your projects in ALM. So what that feature is all about is it uses the same graph engine as HP ALM. It just offers you the opportunity to take the graphs and run them across projects. Even with that, what you're actually dealing with is just live data. So you're looking at the latest information, you're looking at defects or tests and separation. So you're just looking at islands of information. There's no way to really look at history or drill down deep into the information. So it's the basic graphs expanded across project. That is the feature in HP ALM11. However, what we do with the TotalView solution is we take all the data from QualityCenter. We don't cause any performance impact on the server. And what we offer the opportunity for you is to really drill down to any level you want in your data to take a holistic view from requirements all the way down to defects in the same dashboard and to just go a lot deeper into the data. So it's what we do is we capture the data all the time, whereas in ALM, you're just looking at the latest information, what's going on right now, and islands of information. The cross-project reporting feature in ALM11, it can be good for maybe afternoon meetings where you're taking a look at how your testing initiative is going cross-project. But for any deeper metrics, TotalView is a nice solution. All right.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Next question. Why should we upgrade to ALM, and which features are the most valuable? Again, how do I convince my managers that we need to invest in the ALM edition? Ali again?
Yeah, that's a good question that we get asked a lot. So the HP has given a lot of presentations on ALM, and we've also had some of our customers talk about the value of the ALM edition in our ALM Plus webinar series that you can find on our website. In my opinion, the most valuable features in the ALM edition, so we're now talking about what used to be called the Premier edition, the most valuable features are the templates functionality or the process enablement functionality, which enables you to cross-project customize the customization settings of your project, which means that you can do customization in the template project and populate those changes across projects. And that used to take a lot of time for administrators to, for example, if you needed to add a single field into many projects, you'd have to log into every project and manually add the field, making sure that nothing breaks and testing that everything works. With the template functionality, what you can do is you can just add the field in the template and run cross-project customization to get that information populated into all the links projects. So that's a great time saver, and our customers have been very successful in using that to save costs. And another great feature of the ALM edition is the ALI, so the Application Lifecycle Intelligence. So that enables you to integrate developers with QualityCenter. Developers can work with their own development tools like Visual Studio or Eclipse, and they will see a list of defects coming directly from QualityCenter. They don't need to log into QualityCenter at all. They can continue to work with in their own environment, in their own tools. And once they do correct the defect or implement a requirement from QualityCenter, you can immediately see what was the impact of developing the defect or the requirements. You can even see the actual source code that the developer wrote and all the comments that they did. So they mark this as a priority one, and you can then look at that from the defect and prioritize your testing much better. So I think those are currently some of the most valuable features in the ALM edition.
Great. Thank you, Oli. I've got quite a long question here. Let me try and read it to you. Due to historical reasons, most of our projects are different and don't share the same customizations and fields. However, I'm now being asked to run reports from multiple reports and produce comparable results for this. How do I accomplish this? And we do have an ALM edition with cross-project graphs included on it. Oli, again?
Right, yeah. I get the question. So what you probably try to do already, if you have a whole number of projects that are different, if you run the cross-project graphs, that already gives you an implication of how well you're standardized. So what you're probably seeing once you run that is that you get data that cannot be compared to each other. So it's apples to oranges, different priorities and severities, different organization names and applications, and different ways of using QualityCenter, which is causing the lack of being able to really compare project performance. Now, the way to solve this is, first of all, to standardize the QualityCenter environment. And then as a first step of that, I'd advise you to ask us for the free standardization assessment tool. So we offer that as a free tool that you can use, take and use right now in projects, run it on your server. No information is sent to Azure or HP or Test House or whoever. The information is completely yours. So you'll get an implication of how well you're currently standardized. After that, I would advise you to contact Test House or Azure to start planning a standardization project. So we've been doing these projects for a long time. We have the experience and the know-how as well as the tools that are needed. We'd be happy to provide you with the tools or with the tools and staff to run the project. Whatever the way you want to work with, it's fine with us. So get in touch and let's start the harmonization standardization process.
Great, thank you, Olli. I just want to take one more question and then we can wrap it up. You mentioned earlier, Olli, about proof of concept of Azure TotalView. Can you remind us again, and who do they need to contact if they are interested in this?
I guess you can contact Peter Shade. You'll have the details. I will post them now. So you'll have Peter Shade's email address over there, and as well as my email address. So I'm from Azure, the QC guys. You can drop me a line if you have any questions, or if you want a POC as well. And you can also contact Peter if you want.
Yeah, we're a double act. We do talk to each other, so if you talk to one of us, we will talk to each other anyway.
Great. I think that wraps up our questions. Peter, do you want to just wrap it up, do a bit of a summary before we go?
Well, I think that Olli did a pretty good job there answering the questions. But basically, if you're looking for an assessment, either of us are happy to get involved with you and arrange that. And just feel free to contact us because we understand that one size doesn't fit all. You've got your own specific requirements. Please get in touch, and we'll be happy to look at exactly what you're looking to achieve.
Great. Thank you, Peter. As Peter and Olli mentioned, thank you very much once again for joining us for this wonderful presentation. The recording will be available by Friday this week or Monday the latest of next week. Again, before we go, please do, if you do have any questions regarding this webinar today, please do give myself or Peter or even my colleague Olli a call. Again, our contact details are on the slide. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you again very much for joining us this afternoon, and all the best. Thank you.
Thanks very much.